Quick little garden tour. My zacata melon is growing huge. There's some beautiful flowers on it. I'm getting some female flowers as well, and I'm hoping the bees will come and get busy and start pollinating so I can get some melons. My Madura melons are doing well as also, and then my tomatoes are still doing good, but they're just still so tiny. Basil's doing good. This was the tomato plant that I transplanted that's doing great. Good growth. Cleaned up the bottom a little bit so that it wouldn't get splashed up when it rains. I got some tomatoes from that bottom spot and some more good looking tomatoes on it. These are my purple Russian tomatoes. They're still doing well. I tried to clean up the lower leaves on them as well. And then this tall one especially, I'm going to have to start staking. Dill. These are my lemon cucumbers that are looking very good. This one's starting to climb the trellis. Sunflower's good. I took out the big dill. No more caterpillars on it, and it was starting to just try really hard to bolt. So I decided to let that lie and took it out. I have my two other dills behind it. So still have some dill. And I have some start of some green beans, so that is super exciting. Lots of flowers. The eggplant is starting to take off and get extra leaves. Some more green beans and a couple little ones on there. Jalapeno plants greening up, getting tall. The Italian pepper plants are still really tiny. See what happens. All the stuff I've started from seed is not growing as quickly as I expected and as it's supposed to, so I'm gonna have to figure that out definitely for next year. It's my okra. The small okra behind here looks like it's not gonna grow anymore, so I'll have to start a third one. A couple of these are a little curved, but I do have some good looking okra. I pulled out, it's a big empty spot now, I pulled out my zucchini. This was my Black Beauty zucchini, and it definitely got overrun by squash vine borers and died. So I pulled that out. I'm starting that again as well. My Japanese cucumbers look great, climbing super well. I do have some actual female flowers on there, but they haven't gotten pollinated yet. So again, I'm hoping for those busy bees to come. Otherwise, I'm just going to try to catch it when I can to hand pollinate. There's other jalapeno plants greening up and getting some good new growth. We have a Serrano Pepper. These are my golden zucchinis, which look like the squash vine borers got to them as well. So I'm kind of trying to keep the squash vine borers in one spot and let it eat it, and I'm gonna rip those out probably in the next day or so. And my lone cucamelon is getting some more leaves, tendril, and hopefully will keep growing. So that's looking pretty good. Let's look at the flower bed. So my Gerber daisy finished up. I don't see any more new growth on it, so I don't know much about Gerber daisies. It might be just done. I see that this has gone to seed, so it looks like dandelion seeds almost, where it kind of tufts off, or zinnias look like this too. So if it wants to spread, go for it. One of my dahlias is about to bloom. So in this spot I had a set of 5 romantic style dahlias, and the 3 that never came up I just dug the hole and they rotted. So I'm going to keep in mind not to overwater this area, because I think it's holding water a little bit better than some of the other areas in my garden, and I don't want to lose my other dahlias. So only 2 of them came up. That one's about to bloom. Mental note not to overwater, and I'll have to find something else to put in this area. My glad spikes there look good. This one's a little wimpy, but hopefully it'll catch up. And then I have some zinnias starting to bloom, so that's super exciting. a white and orange one, taller orangey red one. Then I have several other little ones that you can see buds on that are about to start. So that's exciting. I'm glad to finally have some more color about to pop in the garden. Kumquat trees hanging out. Should get flowers later in the summer, which smell really good because it fruits in the winter. These are my peaches dahlias, and they're looking really good. Buds on them, and I cannot wait for them to start blooming as well. I have 3 buds here, 2, 3, and another spot where I should get some more. Here's my helper, mint. Ignore the Italian pepper sign. These are some more tomato plants I started just to see if I could get some of the ones to grow faster. They're getting a little leggy because we don't get as much sunlight in the window where they were hanging out as we did earlier in the spring. The sun has kind of shifted to be more directed over the house. So I'm letting them have some direct sunshine now, and then I'm going to move them to another window where they should get a little bit more sun. I also have a couple black beauty zucchinis in here to pop up again, but I can also direct sow them. My cilantro has officially bolted. Tried to keep up, but it is a cooler weather crop anyway. And then sage, parsley, and thyme are doing well. My basil's doing great, and my lavender is just blossoming so much. Chives are good. Rosemary, of course, is great. This dahlia is doing well and getting tall. And then I had a couple echinacea that were planted in this area and they never came up either. So I'm gonna maybe put a couple of the small sunflower, I have dwarf sunflower seeds, so I might put a couple of those here, just like in my raised bed in my front garden. And that's how the garden's looking. Thanks for stopping by.